Verse 23, the life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. My life is more than the food I eat. Got a few more pounds to lose, but that's beside the point. Life is more than just the food we eat. Life is more than just the clothes we wear. But I know from running youth programs for so many years, we've ran youth programs now since 2014. If we wanted to step back into Control Z prior to any of that, and which is really cool that I've seen some of those that were in Control Z now have kids of their own. And for those who do not know what Control Z was, that was our youth group for 5 years. 5 years we ran a youth group here called Control Z. It was actually before I was a pastor. And the reason we called it Control Z is because on a computer, the Control and the Z button together is the ultimate undo. And you undo your past and just undo what you want to do moving forward. The pressure on youth today, the pressure on all of us on how much, what we're supposed to eat or what we're not supposed to eat, what we should wear, what shoes we should be wearing with what outfit, what shoes are popular. And there are songs that have been written on how to eliminate someone because of the shoes they wear. And life is so much greater than the food. That is not what we're supposed to be dwelling on. Dad used to talk about for years, and it got ingrained into our brains, that there are some people whose food is their God. Their belly is their God. And we have a dog. We have 5. But we have a dog. The treat jar might be one step below his God. And I cannot change the names to protect the innocents because we only have one male dog. So he's already in trouble now. Because if you go anywhere near that treat container, he is on the money. He is right on his spot waiting. Like if you just, there's like, you know how some dog owners talk about that there's a cheese tax? You know, every time you open up the cheese drawer, you have to feed the dog some cheese. There's a cheese tax. We have a water tax in our house. If you go near the refrigerator and you go to put water in a watering cup in the refrigerator, that dog assumes at that point you're supposed to feed him. He is lovelily cuddly. He's round. And I will admit, I am the purveyor, probably more than anyone else, to give my dogs treats. I am that guy. I just want to keep, it's like every time he runs around and he'll get there, and this is going to be really gross for some of you, but I absolutely love it. He'll get there and he'll sit, and that drool starts running down the side of his fur, and before you realize it, there's a puddle at the floor. He is waiting for that thing, and the moment you get ready to get near him with that treat, he will legit bite your finger off to get to that treat, because that's his thing. He's looking at it. He's just, I want my treat, I want my treat, I want my treat. And you're like, dude, that was my finger. Because that is his focus. But here's the sad part. How many of us have found our place in the same thing? It may not have been food. It may not have been clothes. But some materialistic thing that we all of a sudden felt we had to have. And that was our focus. We lost our sight on God. We lost our sight. Now, I'm not saying anything wrong. I mean, we've been talking about being in health and being, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health. I'm not taking away from prospering. I'm not taking away from being a success. But when that becomes an idol, you're wrong. We're wrong. When we start manipulating our world to worry about the food, the meat, the rhema, we've lost sight of something.